Oh, I forgot to plug my cord in. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I have a Saturday thrift haul. But bear with me for just a sec so I don't drop you guys in midstream. I will run my cord. I knew I was forgetting something, and I just forget everything. It'll be all right. We'll make it work. Make it work. There we go. Might do a little blip while it's, adjusting itself. So we went to feed my brother-in-law's cats, and then Scott said, let's go to Salvation Army. So we went to the Salvation Army, and then we decided to go to one of the Goodwills that's on that side of town. Hi, Safia. You are up late. And that's Howard back there. Howie, look over here, Howie. He says, no. We got over to feed the brother-in-law's cats tonight, and the big orange cat was hiding. So I think he's a sissy like Howard when it storms. Howard goes and gets under Greg's couch when it storms. He doesn't like storms at all. But anyway, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, so I'll try to show the things I got at the Salvation Army first. So, Salvation Army. And of course, I found yarn. $1.99 a skein. Mainstays, I think that's Walmart. I got this pink. They call it pink. And then I got some black ones. One's from Walmart. And this one's the I Love This Yarn that comes from Hobby Lobby. And then a 3-pack of the fancy fur that's got the little nodules on it. And fringy bits. So every once in a while you get a glob of color and stuff. And that was $2.99, but that's 3 skeins. And oh, this is a selfie light to put on your phone. And it was $2.99. I don't know if it works, but we grabbed it. And then, let's put this over here. They had a couple mixed bags, and we're going to go through those real quick. Yep. I can't pass up the yarn, though, because I'm not going to have any place to go because I don't like to shop Walmart. I don't like to shop Hobby Lobby, so there's that. This is all fancy yarns. This feels kind of scratchy, like I could pair it with the kitchen cotton and turn it into a scrub cloth. It's too scratchy to use against your skin always, but it could beef up some dishcloths. No label, so I have no clue. And let's see. Looks like there's looks like they started a project trying to pair the two up and then couldn't figure out what they were doing. So they were trying to do this pretty purple with the long fun fur, and it wasn't working out. So I'll see if I can get that apart. But this is beautiful here. It's like it's got a strand of mohair working through it. And then every once in a while, you'll get a pop of mint and red and orange. So that could be a lot of fun to use. And I'll fix that when I get done here. And then some more yellow fun fur. The yellow fun fur. And then I think I'm going to put this stuff all in a bag by itself. There's a yellow of that scratchy feeling stuff, and then a blue. So I've got 3 skeins of that. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it in this bag by itself. And that whole bag was $2.99. Then I got this bag. And this one was, there's a $6.99 on this side and a $4.99 on that side. So I have no clue what she charged me. No clue at all. But here's some more of that scratchy stuff. SC yarn for Scrubbies. There you go. So I'm going to put all the Scrubby yarn together. And here it is in crazy pink. I've never heard of that brand. SC yarn for Scrubbies. 100% polyester, machine wash and dry. Do not bleach, do not iron. Tumble dry on low. Then there's a whole bunch of fun fur. A baby pink, and orange, and yellow again. More orange again. Purple. I would say that somebody was a Clemson Tiger fan from all the purple and orange. This is Gamecock country, so it's garnet and black in this town. If you go into the upstate, it's Clemson University and Tiger, orange and purple. Yellow again. And then there's some baby pink that's been pulled away here for some reason. But there's other things tangled in, and I want to get them separated out. There's the other pink. There's a pink, and then there's a glob of pink. And I think they were pairing that with this cool looking twisted yarn that's kind of variegated. This is so unbelievably soft. And I'll work at getting those separated from each other. Another pink. And then this cool, crazy, neon colored fun fur. And I like to pair it with a 4-ply yarn and make an afghan so you have all this fuzzy yarn coming out of it. Some Easter ribbon is in here with Easter eggs. Yeah, it's really scratchy, but I think if I paired it with regular crochet cotton yarn, I could make some scrubby dishcloths. And this is some flowers, flower trim. We'll put that little pin back in it. This is a very random package. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a little trim. And then this is it says carrot patch on it. A little glob of fun fur. This is coming off the spool, but it's a sweet little trim that could be pretty on a Project Dress a Girl dress. Kind of beef them up a little bit and add a little bit of interest to them. And let's see. So mini pom-poms in white. Little pom-pom trim. I can roll this up after I sign off. Let's see here. There's a bit of twine. We'll put that in my little bowl over here. And then there's some more of that a tiny little piece of that floral light trim here. Bonus ribbon, yes. Oh, this is just an empty roll. And then there's this tiny little piece here that's really cute. I don't know if I might have to use this on cards as a little, you know, little bit of extra. So I think I'll put the fun fur in here. All the stuff that's the fun fur, you know, the long eyelash yarn. I'll put that all in this bag. I don't know why they didn't do that at the store. Put all the Scrubby stuff together. They were probably like, I just want to get this on the sales floor. And oh, this is that orange is the one I need to get separate from the purple. It's another eyelash. So I'll separate those. And this is fancy fur. I'm going to leave it in its separate bag, but shove it in here. And then the rest of it I'll separate. So that, whether I paid $6.99 for it or $4.99, it's still a good deal for all that yarn. Transferring you to my phone. Be right back. All right. What else came from Salvation Army? I got some polyfill for $1.99, which that's a lot less than you'd find it in a store. And then Scott spotted these at Salvation Army. They were in a box, like they had been sent into the O'Reilly's, and it's like a mouse pad or work pad. I'm going to take it out of its plastic so you guys can see. But it's really pretty cool, and there was no prices on it, and the lady sold it to us for $1.99. Dedicated, we appreciate your business. O'Reilly Auto Parts, dedicated to the professional. It's got non-skid on the back, but it's got a centimeters ruler across the top and an inch ruler across the bottom. And then this is a SAE to metric conversion chart. So a 1/32 is a 0.031 millimeter. And then let's see, fractions to decimal conversion chart. So it's a little like, it's really kind of cool. And I told him, I said, yeah, and if you decide to take your computer out, you don't have to take the mouse pad too, because there's that. So I'll put that up there for Scott to get later. And then I think the rest of this came from the Goodwill. So I'm going to put everything inside one of these. And then I'll put the stuff I want in this one. And the other crate Scott was going to get. But I saw this cool crate. Farmers Estate Antiques, fine vintage goods. And I just love this one. And it was $4.99. Yeah, $4.99. And so I'm going to put that back here, and I'll just put my stuff in it as I pick it up. I got 3 fat, chunky canvases. They were $1.99 each. You know, the really deep ones. I thought these could be fun to play with. And for $1.99, that's not bad. So I got those. And then I got 3 for, these were also $1.99. These should have been like less because they're like that thin compared to those others. So those were $1.99. Got 3 of those. Then I love the wooden boxes that Melissa and Doug Wooden Toys come in. And this was a jigsaw puzzle. You see, they come in these wooden boxes like this. This one's got divided sections, and it evidently at one point had a lid. Can you see there's like a slot for a lid to slide in? But I thought, what a cool shadow box project this would be. And I could get one of those battery operated lights to fit around in the groove from the dollar store. So this will be another one of those shadow box projects. I'd like to do some more of those where, you know, like this could be a sewing theme and maybe have like what looks like little bolts of fabric and maybe get a little chair to put in there and that kind of thing and make like a little vignette inside a shadow box. So that's why I got that. This will go right here in the desk. These are just 28-pound bright white envelopes. And they were $2.99. I mean, we scored pretty good today at the two thrift stores we went to. Then we came home and I mowed the front and the two side yards. I didn't get the back mowed before the rain came in, but that's okay. Greg just mowed that last week. But I got bonus chipboard. So the chipboard will go in my chipboard bag I have right here. I'm trying to get it where I have a place for everything. And then these beautiful envelopes. I want to do mail art again, where we decorate an envelope together. And then I can have all the envelopes ready to go and I can just put a card in them. And it doesn't matter if the card is smaller than the envelope because the envelope will be a piece of art as well. So that's why I picked these up, and I can't get to where they need to go, but I will put those away. Then we saw this, and it's a High Road Stashaway console trash station to go on your console just behind the front seat. So you can see here. And it was $5.99. It's got some other pieces to it. But I thought for in the car, that might be nice for us to have for when we travel. And the inside of it is lined. So if you had to put something that was wet in there, it wouldn't matter. And I thought that was a pretty good price for $5.99. So there was that. I'll put that with Scott's stuff. Scott was cleaning on his car today until the rain chased us out. And then when we do the floors in the front room, we want to put rugs underneath our recliners to protect the new floor. So I got a 2x6 foot non-slip rug. You put this under the rug so it doesn't slip around. And it was $4.99. So I'll put this somewhere safe and hope I remember where that is. And then this box did not appeal to me as much, but Scott said get it anyway. I've got some parts or something out in the garage he can store in here. And this was also $4.99. Came from TJ Maxx for $12.99. So that one's Scott's. Put his stuff in it. All nice and neat. All right. And that's my haul, y'all. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm sorry this was just kind of a yarn vomit, literally, of what I got. And that's it. All right. Thanks, Shannon. Thanks, Sophia, for being here. I know most people are watching Beth right now, but I wanted to share this stuff so I can put it away and get it out of here. All right. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.